Okay, welcome to Thursday, everybody.
Hey, Brett.
Thursday Thoughts are back in the dark. Thursday Thoughts in the dark, that's what we'll call it today. It's a snowy day. Okay, so you guys just finished up a term, right?
We did.
Did you? How'd you do? Did you get good grades?
I did. I got all A's.
Yeah.
All A's and B's.
Good job, you guys.
Ooh.
So I have a question about your classes, okay? So how many of your classes are like classes you have to take versus electives?
Is health an elective?
You guys get some choices though, right?
I got
Yeah.
one choice.
You get one choice or two?
I got 4.
Okay. So, when you guys get to college, how many of your classes do you get to choose?
0.
You don't get to choose any of them?
All
Or all of them? Which is it? All of them? Pretty much, huh? There's some requirements, right? But you kind of get to choose like what your major is and what your classes are. And when you go to school, whether it's junior high or high school or college or whatever, the way it works is you go to a class. Sometimes you choose it, most times you don't, especially now. You go through lessons and homework and you take a test, right? And and then you get a grade, right? Is that how life works? Okay, so it's right. You're right. It's not. So in life, we are given tests first, right? And we often don't choose those tests. Sometimes we call those challenges or trials, and then we learn lessons from those tests that we take, okay? And you know what's kind of interesting is in some ways you get to choose the lesson you learn, okay? So let's say that you break your leg, okay? We've got some football players in here. Let's say you broke your leg playing football. That's your test or your trial. And you get to choose what lesson you take from that, okay? That lesson could be, I'm not going to play football anymore because it's dangerous, okay? It could be, I'm gonna work really hard to get healthy again so I can play football again. And that's maybe what I'm gonna take away from this, okay? So you get to, I'm gonna teach you a model, okay? And I read this book this past week. Our family drove to California and back, and so I had a lot of time to listen to a book. And it was about this model that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today. So let's say that your broken leg, whether you broke it in football or dance or mountain biking or whatever you like to do, that's your circumstance, okay? And you probably didn't choose that, right? You didn't voluntarily go break your leg, but that's the circumstance you find yourself in, okay? So the next part of this model after circumstance is your thought, okay? My thought could be, I broke my leg, my life is over. I'm not gonna have any more friends anymore, and I might as well just stay in my room for the rest of my life, okay? That could be a thought. The thought could be, this is a bummer, but I'll get through it, okay? I'll work hard to get back to playing again or try and get healthy. I'll do what the doctor says and just get myself back. That could be your thought. You could have any number of thoughts about a broken leg, okay? So your circumstance is your broken leg. Your thoughts are your choice, okay? Now, what's interesting about your thoughts is those create feelings, okay? So again, coming back to the thought, if my life is over and I'll never play football or mountain biking or dance again because I broke my leg, how's that gonna make you feel? You're gonna feel like depressed, you're gonna feel like shutting out the world. It's going to dictate how you feel. Your thought will dictate how you feel about that circumstance, okay? Or if your circumstance is, you know what, I'm gonna put on a happy face. I know this is not an easy circumstance, but I'm gonna go root for my team. I'm gonna work to get healthy, and I'm gonna get back there. Now what are your actions? Okay, your actions are, positive. I'm going to go make this happen. And so we go circumstance, broken leg, thought, could be positive or negative, and that's your choice. Feeling is dictated by how you think about things. And then the last one is your action. Okay, again, your action might be, I'm going to sit in my room for a year, or I'm going to get out there and make something happen. That's all rooted in the way you think about things. Okay, so I want you to know that in life, your result of how things turn out for you are going to trace back to your thoughts, not your circumstances. Okay, now you might have some harder circumstances than another person. You might have easier circumstances than another person. I think in a lot of ways you guys have some easier circumstances. You live in a great neighborhood. You've got, you go to school every day. You guys have shoes on your feet. You go home and you have food at your table. Okay, so your circumstances might be easier than other people around you, but really what dictates how your life turns out is all up here. It's all how you think about things. So remember that model. If you want to look into a book, and maybe for our grown-ups that watch this, the book I read is called Better Than Happy by Jody Moore. So we'll tag her and let her know that we're teaching her the model to teenagers. And I encourage people to look into that because it's really an interesting and I think very useful way to work on your thoughts. And it's something adults and kids and all of us need to work on. So with that, Thursday Thoughts with Brad is over. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, Brad.